Well, in October 1984, BBC reporter Michael Burke presented a story on the Ethiopian famine to BBC viewers. No one could have predicted the effect of that single report, that the Irish lead singer of a band called the Boomtown Rats would see it on television and start enlisting a who's who of British pop stars to record what would become a seminal moment in the African relief effort. Almost 26 years ago today, November 25th, 1984, Do They Know It's Christmas was recorded in London, England, Notting Hill to be precise. And the rest, well, the rest is history. 5 weeks at number one, it became the biggest single on the UK chart ever. Soon after, America followed with USA for Africa and Canada's very own Northern Lights with Tears Are Not Enough. Then came the Live Aid concert organized by Sir Bob Geldof, a few billion viewers and hundreds of millions raised. In 2005, Bob Geldof was part of Live 8, a concert aimed at G8 leaders as part of the Make Poverty History campaign, petitioning them to double the aid to poor nations from $25 to $50 billion by 2010. Well, here we are. It's 2010, and in many ways, this has been a watershed year. I'm joined in Studio Q by humanitarian activist, musician, and Nobel Peace Prize nominee, Sir Bob Geldof. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good to have you here.
Thanks.
You know, I think you're the fourth Sir that we've had in recent months. Sir Paul McCartney, Sir Salman Rushdie, Sir Elton John tomorrow. But I think of you, and I think of the guy who started off as a punk rebel rocker. Do you get comfortable with the Sir designation?
Well, they hand them out like school prizes these days. You know, I mean, God, a terrible crowd I'm in with.
Oh, you don't like those other guys?
They're all awful. No, of course they are. They got it for being great at their art. I mean, McCartney, obviously, I'm going off piste a bit here, but it was always a drag that all the actors got it or the industrialists got it, but the rock and roll guys never got it for being great at what they did. And, you know, you always had to have the charity part going on for you to be accepted in rock and roll. In my case, I'm Irish, so it didn't have the cultural resonance that it has for, say, Elton or McCartney or those people, because they're brought up in Britain. So, you know, it's by definition, it's a massive honour. It's the most that that country can do to acknowledge. They say, well done. And being Irish, it was probably even greater a thing. And so you accept it, certainly, with that in your mind. And but it was a great day. My dad was there, my missus was there, and afterwards outside there were thousands of people outside the palace, and you know, you sort of have to hold it up like you've won the World Cup or something. You know, you have to say, look, there it is, there, you know. So it seems
you can hold the Sir title.
You can hold you get a medals.
It's a medal.
I mean, I got to say, Elton's and Paul's is pretty crappy. They got a Knight's Bachelor, which is like sort of if you're Catholic and you've been to Lourdes and you buy one of those sort of things of the Virgin Mary and put it around your neck, it kind of looks like that. Whereas mine is this massive starburst in my chest and an enamel cross around my neck and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, far better, much nicer than theirs. The thing is, like, you don't get to wear it. You know, I mean, I wanted to wear it coming in to see you, obviously, but they said no. You know,
I'm sorry they did that. I did describe this as a watershed year for you, with some significant moments, good and bad. Would you use that word to describe this year?
It doesn't, again, impinge on me necessarily. 25 years, 26 years on, it's sort of weird that I'm still doing it. That's what I think. But if you told me that the people I asked you to help stay alive 26 years ago, just come with me on this one. Let's try and keep as many people going as possible. If you'd said to me in 1984 that in 2010 I'd been trying to persuade people to invest in those same people we were trying to keep alive 25 years ago, I'd have laughed at you. But the point is that Africa this year has got more discretionary income, that is money surplus to what you need to stay alive, more discretionary income than Russia or India. That Africa has got 52 cities of 1 million people, the same as Europe, more than India. that the greatest scores in science and mathematics in the world in schools is from Ghana and Tunisia, that 50% of the population of Africa are under 16, and it's the fastest urbanizing continent on the planet with the fastest growing mobile telephony in the world. That's Africa. If you told me that 26 years ago, I'd have said, how? You know, how is that going to happen? But happen it has.